food, doggy. If a pet.
Have you lost something?
But oh yeah, I'm here to talk to you.
Greetings. What do you need?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzhitz. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
Alright, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment of Mightier to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Mightier?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
So, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Uzhitz. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
Can you teach me how to defend myself better in combat?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? Since it's you.
That's not enough. Agreed. Now, listen up. Good luck.
I'd like to learn to fight better with an axe.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? What about this?
More. Agreed. Now, listen up.
I'd I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? Since it's you,
That's not enough. Agreed. Now, listen up.
This is actually where you're meant to find the bandits that are plaguing the area. Find a pack of ginger and ginger in a pickle. Alcohol burners here tell you carry on down, which leads you out of the search area, this camp, and they tell you they know where ginger is, only if you get rid of a couple of bandits, vicious men, hanging out in the ends up being a search area in this woods here. This is where they're located.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what I was talking. Just a random grave, and some of the treasure chests, like the treasure mats, end up being a grave underneath the spade. I want to go behind me, uncover the map. Way to push it.
This is certainly no time for roving.
Yeah!
Swear that there should have been a couple of interesting spots in amongst. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure there is even around here a couple of chests. May need lockpicking. Not 100%. Gone off vague memory.
I should turn back before Sir Radzig starts thinking I ran off.
Yeah. What do we got here? Excellent. Hmm. That wasn't what I was looking for, but I'll take it.
I can't leave now. I still have obligations here.
One thing I am tempted to do, load up my other playthrough save and see where the camp or interesting site is in this corner. Yeah, screw it. Let's say not letting me zoom out. I want to be in skeleton. Chicken feed? Oh, this is part of the common slot DLC. That would explain it.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life.
Right, try that one again. And what's the translation? Yeah, do it from that one. Opinio says. Righto. It's anyway. Limp. Spot. What was it? I told you there was something there. Ah. Where there was it? Ah. Oh well.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire...
Good. Time to go back. This one. Right, so there was a deer hunting spot around there. Another one around there. And a camp down there. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that cloud, this cloud, then clouds, make my way back down, revealing the map. Probably gonna be a bit of a exploration heavy.
Yeah.
can't leave the domain without Sir Radzig's permission.
Doing this, it basically ups your horsemanship skill. And nullifies one of the other perks you can sort of reading a skill tree. Basically unveils the whole map for you, but what's the point when you can just ride your horse and uncover the map? These bits here, yes, it will get rid of them, but essentially you're just going to get stopped. When you get close to it. I'm going to mark
Yeah!
a chance to upgrade my health.
Yeah!
Must be a woodcutter's king.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Yeah.
Don't see many willow. Huh. That farm there, you should go if you're looking for pie. They will give you information. That farm there, one of them, they will give you pretty much lead you into this. Yeah, on that side of it, venture into Uzhitz. Here you are, people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Aye, there's one fellow with a limp. Can't imagine what you'd want with the likes of him. But that's your affair. He lives in a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Noya. Good luck to you.
What kind of need a place to stay? You look like the person I need to speak to.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
Yeah, let's wait.
How about if I pay you for several nights?
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
Ooh, 200. No,
That's
I'm
quite a
not
lot.
paying that.
Can we discuss the price?
About 155.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough. You're like it here.
Bad.
Like sleeping on a cloud, it is.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed, there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either. And that's not all. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Nothing out of the ordinary, praise God.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Ratai.
Well, thank you, sir. And now that I've done fire for a few nights, this becomes a permanent home. Now I don't need to pay never. Yeah, I'll take that. That. Leave the maps. And right, let's go learn to read. Use the talk, otherwise we'll get in trouble. Will be taking him. Yeah, I could do with a munch. And wake up, Scribe.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
I'd like to learn to read.
At this time of day? Are you right in the head? Come back tomorrow morning.
You were just a waste of time, sir. Don't shut the door on me. Wasn't done with you. But if you're gonna be doing that,
Hey, who's there? Hey, stop that! Christ, a thief!
oh damn,
God!
you caught me. Oh no, didn't steal a thing.
Thief! I see a thief! God! God!
Oh no, oh no. Gone the wrong way, mate. Deep. And despite the fact that it won't be up to about 7 or 8. Oh, they're up early.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Uzhitz, and I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Uzhitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Age.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Time to...
Hey, you! Halt!
Oh.
Surrender!
Right enough!
Damn,
You were
bailiff.
seen stealing.
I don't
This
steal a
definitely
damn
won't
thing.
come cheap. You'll learn. Crime doesn't pay.
Yeah, I didn't steal a damn thing. At least try that one.
This is surely no way to treat one of Sir Radzig's men. I dread to think what he'll do when he finds out.
I didn't know that. My apologies. Go ahead.
That worked on you, sir. Good, good, good. Not for public eyes. Eesh. What do we got here? What do we got? No money. No money.
A bed.
A bed.
A bed. Nothing here.
Up quick. You could do much. And I'll overeat them.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning, but who? And a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Yeah, there was more to this. Oh.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Yeah, got nothing new. Okay.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
I'd never hear the end of it if I didn't lend him the coin. I'd like to have seen that. Well, at least he paid it back in the end. He did, but I said he might throw in a groschen or two more for all the time I had to wait. And he never bit me head off. You can't choose your kin, eh? Isn't that God's truth?
My humble greetings. How may I help you?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Bye.
Up for sale. Meh.
God save. How may I help you, good knight?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
He's nothing
Have you noticed
new to
anything
add.
suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Alright, need
That's
to go
all.
to the priest.
Thank you.
Take care.
Alright. He's the priest. Well, might as well go learn to drive then. What a trough. He's not even open. God damn. Ah, we're done.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
You got books today. Wasn't done talking.
I've come to ask if you'd be willing to teach me to read.
Why, it would be my pleasure. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few
Let's
groschen
scan
for
in
my trouble.
circles.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
I think the bailiff might have a few screws loose.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
Yeah, if you do decide to do this quest, you do sort of
Wake up,
lock
lad.
yourself
What
out
time we were getting on?
from getting a achievement / trophy to
let's see you
with
read
From the Ashes DLC. Concerning to
There's a book here on the
rebuild.
table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
You need to pretty much not learn to read until you've finished rebuilding Pribyslavitz. I just butchered the name, but it's the village that you end up rebuilding. And yeah, to get one of the achievements, you need to not know how to read at that point. I was tempted on doing. One day, a countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg, all yellow and glittering. Oh, when he took it up, it was heavy as lead. He was going to throw it away because he thought the trick had been played onto him. But he took it home and on second thought. Pretty much the golden goose laid a golden egg, or the goose laid a golden egg, and the farmer pretty much killed the goose thinking that he'll get more gold, but in fact he found nothing. But I wasn't trying to sprint.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
Being greedy
That
doesn't
being greedy
pay.
doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Inicio il libretto uno acqua a parte posse per ponte. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Not that one. Not that one. But that one.
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Cool. I can read. And also write, thanks to that. Right, I need to find the priest, which should be over this way. Training with a sword. Move the horse, move the horse. Keep there. Move the horse. Move the horse.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Uzhitz women to witchery.
Sorry. That quest is actually quite funny. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you end up talking to animals. Or just...
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. May the Lord watch over you.
Game saved.
God be with you.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. but I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
God be with you.
Well, I'm gonna go to the tavern and sit down and read. Because it gives you a slight reading bonus. Start off this one. Just the force 3. And we'll go with this one. And this one. And the more you read, the more clearer the words become. And not so ramble. Right. Time for a bit of study. Yeah, we'll go with that. All progress. You get your reading skill up high enough, you can pretty much read books while you sleep. And we do a little bit on this one. And not read any more than that. Right, time to put some books away. Give it snooze. That one. Keep that on me because I haven't put it. But it moves you, and you. If you have found something useful, helpful in any way, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.